Ashu Egbe is 54 years old and father of 5 who has been living with a sickle cell disease since birth, an information which pushed his parents to double efforts in catering and supervising him.
So I've been living with sickle cell for 55 years. Okay, I was born with it because it's genetic. You get it from your parents. So I've been living and experiencing sickle cell, going through the sickle cell crisis. But lately, well, for quite some time now, because I'm taking good care of myself, I know what to do and what not to do. I have less sickle cell crisis. I'm fortunate to have gone to school, to be, to have a family.
Relaxed and calm about the situation, he sensitizes couples on the need to carry out a genotype test before marriage so as to avoid the worst.
The least I can do is to educate and sensitize the population about this condition, which, if well handled, can be well managed. If we know about it, especially people who are going into marriage, if they do the sickle cell test, the electrophoresis before marriage, and know their genotype, then they can prepare themselves towards living or with or without a sickle cell child.
An example which he wishes the Cameroonian government to welcome for a better involvement by making the test more accessible for all.
The government seems to be not forthcoming. The Cameroon government was signatory to the countries that actually advocated for this day, for the World Sickle Cell Day. The next one, what we're expecting was to have the government implement even a compulsory testing before marriage for the genotype. That before you go to the mairie, to the council, or to the pastor to request for blessing of your marriage, you should show proof that you have tested for this. Like I said earlier, this will help the parents, the young couple, to prepare themselves, to know whether they should go ahead. And if they can decide to go ahead, they know what to expect. And when they have the child, they should be able to take care of the child like any other child.
Sickle cell, being a genetic disease, is being passed on from parents, and children are born with it, as the treatment mostly focuses on preventive and treating complications.